Hi, this is Steve Arnold. I'm with Summit New Great Danes. I just want to show you how I go through the process of ear taping. First thing I'm going to do is show you the actual equipment that I use. First thing I'm going to do is use cotton pads and alcohol to clean the ears. Make sure that they're sufficiently clean and wiped free of any body oils so that the tape will actually stick to the ears themselves. Scissors, of course, to cut the tape and the backer rod with. This is 3/4 inch backer rod. It's only available at Home Depot. We're going to use this to actually support the actual ear itself. There's two types of tape. The first one's going to be a 3-inch wide paper tape. It's made by Micropore 3M. It's 3 inches by 10 yards. The second type of tape is Zonus porous tape. This is made by Johnson & Johnson. This is a 2-inch by 10 yard variety. So before I get started, what I usually do is start with the paper tape. I'm going to go ahead and tear off about 6 to 8 inches. I'm just going to set those aside so that I can have those readily available and accessible when I get the ears posted. Second, I'm going to go ahead and take the backer rod. It comes in a long tube like this. I'm going to cut it into about 7 to 8 inch sections, long enough to go ahead and reach the entire length of the ear once it's done. And I'm going to go ahead and prepare this by actually taking my Zonus tape wrapping the end of the rod, closing that down. Now I give the tape a slight twist, so now the sticky side is out. From there I'm going to go ahead and roll the tape around. The sticky side of the tape is now facing outwards. My two rods, I'm just going to set those aside so I can go ahead and have easy access to those in just a few moments. Alcohol, most important thing here. I'm going to go ahead and thoroughly clean the ears inside and out. It gets rid of any debris, as well as cleaning the ears of any body oil so that the tape will stick sufficiently to the actual ear itself. Just going to give it a good wipe down, and then take a couple dry pads to make sure it's perfectly dry. My little volunteer here today is Summit View Viva. She's an 11-week-old Great Dane puppy. Her ears were cropped at 7 weeks of age. And there's a couple parts of the ear that you need to be aware of. This part back here, this flap, is referred to as the bell. This, of course, is the tip. This is the base. And in the front of the ear, there's this little flap referred to as the curl. So we've got the bell, the curl, the tip, and the base. Those are the important parts of the ear that we're going to be working with. Once I have the ears thoroughly cleaned, I'm going to take my support rod wrapped with the tape sticky side out, pull the ear up, and push the rod well down into the bell of the ear. The back side of the ear is the most important part here. I'm going to stretch this up as much as I possibly can to make a straight edge on the back side of the ear. From there, I'm going to take my 3-inch wide paper tape that I've previously cut, start at the back of the ear, come to the outside of the dog's face, loop it around, and you'll notice that this front curl of the ear actually gets curled back with the tape. Now when I put this on here, you'll notice that it's very, very loose. I'm not cutting off the circulation on the ear. After I've got the tape put around, I'm going to squeeze down. The tape here adhering to the outside sticky tape is what actually makes this post stick. Take my second piece. Again, starting at the back of the ear, coming to the outside, I'll come around the ear, basically circle the tape around. Again, it's not tight. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze it down. And again, the tape adhering to the tape is what makes this stay erect. Repeat the exact same thing on the other side. Take my post, pull the ear up, push the post down into the bell of the ear, stretch the back of the ear straight. My paper's tape starts on the back of the ear, comes to the outside of the face. The curl will naturally fold back as I wrap the tape around very loosely. Once it's in place and I'm comfortable with it, squeeze it down. And then my last piece of tape, start at the back of the ear, come around to the front, loose, and then smash it down. At this point, I'm going to find the tip of the ear underneath the piece of tape, put my finger on the tip, and cut off any excess. That way the dog's not supporting any weight more than it has to. Find the tip of the ear, put my finger on the tip, always cut above my finger. And again, the ear is being supported only the length of the ear itself. Once that is done, I'm going to take the 2-inch Zonus tape again, pull off a piece that's about 20 inches long. I start at the back of the left ear, bring the tape all the way around, and I want to meet at the front corner of the ear here. Put the tape across the forehead, around the ear, back to the front. So that both of them is going to be across the front of the ear, not the middle or the back. Once it's around, then I'm going to go ahead and same thing, crush the tape down. And then just pinch this all together. I want to make sure that the ear is comfortable inside, nothing's chafing, and we're all set. Now you notice when I've taped these ears together, they make a slight W or V shape. When the dog gets excited, the ears will naturally come up and they will come together. Okay, so the ears are straight up like a goal pole. If I start at this point and the dog gets excited, the ears will cross or meet in the middle. So I always want to tape them at a slight V shape so that the excitement brings the ears straight up. Don't start straight up because they'll cross when the dog gets excited. You're going to leave the ears taped for 5 days. At the end of 5 days, cut the tape off. We'll start with a small pair of scissors. Cut across the bridge first, and then slowly slide the scissor up the back edge of the tape, cutting up the back of the tape like a banana peel. Be very careful because remember the front curl of the ear is taped back here. You want to make sure that you don't cut into that front curl. Once you've slid up the tape like a banana peel, just peel it off. The whole ear post will come out and be comfortable. Tape 5 days, leave down 12 hours, go back and retape again that night. Thanks, have a great time. This is Steve Arnold again, Summit View Great Danes.